Hey guys, Giggity DFS coming back with another video, and in today's video we'll be breaking down the 4-game Counter-Strike slate, which is the Dreamhack Master. Day 2 today. We get 8 different teams today that we didn't see on yesterday's slate, but teams that we've definitely seen before. And before we jump into the video, shout out to Tilted DFS if you want to go. He has cheat sheets and stuff under the Csgo for the Dreamhack. So if you want to go check those out, he also might have an article up. I'm not 100% sure. Didn't really check, but go ahead and check that out in the link in the description below as well. Before we jump into it, and if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Help me grow, and we should be able to try to get to 3,000 subscribers again soon. Before we jump into the players and everything, we'll go over the betting odds for tomorrow. Complexity is a minus 217 against fours, which is a plus 167. I actually like the fourth side a little bit, but we'll be going over all the prices and stuff later and truly get into it. OG and Spirit are both minus 112s, so that's actually quite interesting, considering that this game's going to be a pick'em. It says it's going to go to map 3, and if it goes to map 3, Team Spirit's actually favorited by a little bit, so play that as you will. And then for the NA games, they're not going to be as close as the EU games, but you don't normally expect that to be. Furia is a minus 2,000 against YAG Gaming, who is plus 811. You got Cloud9, who is a minus 1,000 against Team 1, who is a plus 557. So, going over the betting odds and looking all through that, my guess will be that the chalk today will be towards Complexity. It'll be going towards Furia, and it'll be going towards Cloud9. Now, going into a GPP tournament where you're going to try to get different, I have some plays that I really like that are not going to be super chalky owned, and are also not going to be stupid because you're going and playing a plus 811 team. But we'll go ahead and jump into the first game, which is Complexity and Fords. And I actually really like fours in this one. They're a plus 167, which means they're slight underdog, but technically they're the smallest underdog on the slate because I'm going to count the other one as a pick'em, so second one, I guess. They are cheap. The most expensive player is Excess Power at 7K. Really like that price. And then I also like getting to Flit at 6,400. Really good prices for these players, and it's actually a quite nice value spot to go to. Because you're probably going to want to pay up for a Furia player or a Cloud9 player. So going to a Forwards player instead of a Complexity might be the way to be able to get a little bit different and be able to get a little bit of a salary saver. On the other side, you got Complexity. You got Blame F, which is going to be the second most. Nope, he is the most expensive player on the slate, $9,800. For good reason, because Blame F is a very solid player. He's going to be your top fragger on Complexity. Going after him is a solid pay up option at 9,800. There is other options that I'd rather get to up there. Yuri, Henny, and Carasato, a little bit better up there, but Blame F is definitely a solid pay-up option if you wanted to get to him. Config is another good pay-up option at $8,200. He does have hit-or-miss games, so you're going to want a really, really good game out of him. Oboe and Poison are your oppers. Oboe is the main opper. Poison is going to be your secondary. 8K and 7,600. They're okay prices if you wanted to get to more of a Complexity stack and get there. That's fine. And then Rush, I'm not even interested in. He's there for mostly support. Not really too interested in going after Rush from Complexity. Now for the Spirit and OG game, I actually do like Spirit a little bit more than OG. Going after Mir is going to be one of my top pay up options as well. At $8,600. Don't mind getting to Mir. Chopper and Idis Balance at 76 and 72 are going to be the other two choices I want to go to. I don't think you have to go to someone Die Young or to Magix. I think there's going to be better spots on the slate for that, and I'd rather go and pay up a tiny bit for Idis Balance or for Chopper in this one. On the other side, you got OG. Mantu at 7,800. I'm all right with that play. Not really too keen on OG. I think Spirit's the better option for this one. I think they're going to be a little bit less owned. OG you're seeing more often in Counter-Strike for DraftKings, so they're going to bring up a little more ownership because people see them more often and get to know the names. So Mantu is going to be your top choice for it, but not really too interested in going there. Valde and LXP. LXP is probably going to be one of your best value plays of the day at 6,000. He's a quite solid fragger. He's going to get probably above a 1 kill death ratio. You're not going to get much more out of that. You're just going to be able to get around there. But he does supply a bunch of frags, and I don't mind going after him. Moving on to the NA games, you get Yeah Gaming, which is a plus 811, which I'm not really too interested in. RCF is going to be your top fragger at 5,800. It's just not a spot I would want to get to. There's plenty of other better value options on the slate for these that I'd rather go to Fords, and I'd rather go and try to get a middle player for OG or Spirit. Not really interested in going after Yeah Gaming, especially going up against probably the best team in North America, which is Furia, which I'm a big fan of going there today. They are going to be quite chalky, but going after Yuri, Henny, and Carasato, even Art is a solid choice at 7,800. Don't mind going after that one, but I like the top three in this one. Even using Yuri or Henny or Carasato as your captain, because you will be able to find some value options and you're going to be able to pay up for some Furia players. On to the last game, which is Cloud9 and T1. You're going to get T1 first. They are a sizable underdog, but I feel like there are some pieces here that you can use as value options. PRT at 5,800 and Pesadilla at 56 are going to be my value choices from this game. I feel like there's a little bit better choices elsewhere, but if you wanted to use them and plug them in, I don't mind. They are going up against a Cloud9 team which likes to force game threes and is a little bit unstable at the moment, so I don't mind going after a couple value plays from T1. And the last team that we're going to be going over is Cloud9. OC is the second most expensive player on the slate for good reason. He's probably the best player on the team, and he is the Opper, meaning his KD is probably going to be better than Floppy, Sonic, Modem, and JT, just because when you're in a situation, the Opper is going to die the least amount of times, because normally playing in a safe angle where they're going to be able to try to get the first hit. And they're going to be the first ones to pull back and save their op because the op is the most expensive weapon. So OC is going to be a very solid choice. I would prefer going to OC over Blame F because OC is $200 cheaper. So going after him might be able to save you a little bit of money and allow you to pay up for another player and build a better build. Don't mind getting a Floppy 8800. Other than that, not really too interested in Sonic, Modem, or JT. They normally sit around a 1 to a little bit lower of a KD, and that's not really a spot that I want to get to. Most of the kills are going to come from OC and Floppy, so if you're going to get to some Cloud9, go up and pay up for those guys. Other than that, wouldn't really be too interested in anybody from Cloud9 besides those two. But that's going to be pretty much my plays for the day. If I had to pick the teams that I think are going to win, I'm going to pick Fords. I'll put it now. I'm picking Fords. I'm going to go Spirit. I'm going to go Furia. And I'm going to go Cloud9. But I think it's going to be Cloud9 and 3. So leave your predictions in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys are going to be running. If you want to put it after the slate, that's fine. I'm not copying any of your lineups, but go ahead. leave it in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And let's have a good day. Let's make some money.